Travel has become India's new language of freedom. Weekend getaways, concert trips, vacations. For many, exploring isn't luxury anymore, it's identity. But while India's digital payment system has evolved faster than almost anywhere else in the world, the humble credit card has somehow fallen behind. It's complicated, cluttered, and often disconnected from how we live and travel today. So, when a former Flipkart leader decided to step into fintech, not to launch another app or wallet, but to rethink the very relationship between credit, travel, and technology, we had to ask why. On this episode of Point Break, I speak with Anil Goteti, founder of Scapia, to explore how India's changing travel habits are reshaping the way we think about credit and whether technology can bring trust, emotion, and purpose back into finance. Let's get into it. So let's begin. Thank you, Anil, for taking the time to speak to us. I'm just very excited to know, firstly, the pronunciation of it. It is Scapia, right?
Yeah,
That's the
right.
right one? Yeah. So can you tell me a bit about the name and what this is and how did this all begin?
Yeah. Maybe I'll talk about what we do, and then the name will naturally come towards what I mean. It'll help explain itself.
Sure.
See, we are a card with travel rewards, and we started in Jan 22 when I was looking for ideas on what will India need in the next decade or two. What is India going to buy and consume? Where is the white space? There are two big revolutions that are happening in India. One is there is a big travel revolution. There's a big travel tailwind. If you look at all the Gen Zs and millennials, and
Yeah.
right after COVID, India is starting to travel a lot, and India wants to experience a lot of new things, new cultures, and meet new people, eat new food, and understand various histories of various places, both domestically and abroad. And India is having a lot of people have more disposable income now. So with that money, travel is more accessible. Travel is also getting uh, cheaper because of I would say various travel options and various facilities being available. So there's a big travel revolution that's happening in the country, and uh, people are even taking, for example, an entire year, go travel, take a break, and then resuming their professional journeys, right? So in fact, we did a recent campaign called a leap year towards that effect. So when I was starting the company, I was looking at what are the trends and the tailwinds that India is going to experience, and travel was very clearly one of them. And personally, I'm a traveler, and I'm very passionate about that. So it resonated with me quite a bit uh, when I was looking at this. Second, India is very underpenetrated when it comes to credit, and as disposable income is rising, and by the way, the uh, what what the Indian government has done over the last 10 years in terms of being able to get this jam trinity working on Aadhaar and mobile and everything happening digitally, the access to financial services and credit is increasing in a very significant manner. So that uh, is also leading to a credit revolution where people are looking at credit cards and how they can use credit on UPI, and uh, I would say how to be able to leverage credit to improve their lifestyle in various ways. So, and travel being also one of them, right? So, both of these coming together uh, led me to an idea of building a credit card which has travel rewards. And I thought both of these tailwinds would help us serve a market, especially Gen Zs and millennials, where they're looking for something interesting. So we started building this product in Jan 22 and launched in 2023. And we focus on two important things for the customer. One, the product has to be very delightful. Whatever we put out, it has to be um, very, very, very delightful, and we focus on that quite a bit. And second, it has to give a lot of value to the customer. So, and if you have to give a lot of value to the customer, then you need to be able to do the right things of building travel in-house and working with the banks to create a proposition that's quite valuable. So our card has, for example, a zero forex when you're going abroad. we offer something called airport privileges, where the customer can go use the card anywhere at the airport and get money back for eating at a restaurant at the airport, or buying something at the airport, or they can go to a lounge instead, if they want to go have food at the lounge or relax at the lounge a little bit before their flight. Then for every transaction that the customer does on the card, which is eligible, we give rewards and coins, which can be redeemed for travel inside our app, where they can book across various categories. So we have 7 categories which are live now, out of 2 which were launched yesterday. But they can book flights, they can book a stay, they can book a bus, they can book a train, they can get travel visas for any country abroad. They can buy travel gear and get trip ready. They can also book a travel experience anywhere around the globe. So again, these coins are very useful and valuable to be able to book any of these things. And we have created a full stack travel platform, ground up, where the customer
Mhm.
has a enjoyable experience. So this is the product, this is the space we are playing in. There's a lot of tailwinds. We are called Scapia. It comes from the word escape, and there's a word called escapia in some language, where it means like dream destination.
Okay.
It's derived from that, and I just like the sound of it also, and it all came together. Yeah, so that's
So,
that. Sorry for the long-winded answer, but I think I hope it answered.
no, no,
Yeah,
that's good. You
yeah,
gave a gist of the whole story
yeah,
of it. So, Anil, my immediate question is: so when you're building in such a space, you're going against, say, incumbents, like say bank providers itself, who
yes,
have like who offer specific credit cards just for travel, which
yeah.
comes with a lot of benefits,
Yeah.
right? So how are you positioning yourself in the market when you're going against these players?
See, I think the way we don't think about it as to what is there out there in the market, and who are our competition, or like going against banks and all this stuff. In fact, banks are a partner in this,
Correct,
because
correct.
we are not a credit card issuer ourselves, and we need to be working with the banks to be able to put out a co-brand credit card offering. So like India doesn't have a card other than us, which actually has all of this coming together in a delightful manner. So that was actually the white space. And
Mhm,
when there is a white space like this, and there's a demand in the market where people will go towards this, then it's your opportunity. Then it's quite easy to work with banks after that and say, you know what, let's co-create this together and put it out in the hands of users.
mhm,
Uh, of course, um, when you're a young startup and there's no product out there, people have to believe in you and your idea and your ability to convince them. But once you have a product out there, obviously the world sees it, and then there's a lot more people who are convinced and who want to come and work with you. But I would say uh, it it uh, it came from our conviction. It came from our ability to showcase the product, and we worked with banks to put this out. And obviously, the customer love that we've been getting since we launched is a testament to the proposition that we have out there in the market. Yeah. So we're very focused on the customer and their
mhm.
needs. So that naturally lends itself to the right answers across. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So right now, the banks that you're partnering with, I think Federal Bank is
Yeah. Federal
one of
Bank
them,
is
right?
our partner that from the beginning. We are also going to launch with more partners very soon, and we'll announce it when that happens. Yeah.
Okay, okay, perfect. And so, from what you've described, I think your customers would also be the ones who would be looking at international travel more because these cards would make more sense to them, right? Versus a
Actually,
domestic one.
actually, no. Our customers are traveling both domestically and internationally. You'd be surprised. I mean, actually, 80% of travel is domestic. Only 20% is international,
Okay,
right?
that's interesting.
And that said, we do see a lot of international usage also. Last year, our
Hmm.
card was used in more than 102 countries. Yeah. Our
Okay.
our travel platform, people used our travel platform to go to more than 98 countries. Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
but domestic tourism is rising quite a bit, and there's various forms of tourism also now, right? People are going after wellness travel, after spiritual travel, after some religious travel. People are going to visit their own families across various parts of the country. People are even going to very offbeat things like, I want to go there and hike, or I want to see this, festival here,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot of interesting forms of travel that people are going after because people are want to experience various things in life, right? So that's happening both domestic and there's even travel like sports events and cultural festivals and
Yeah.
music festivals, shows. So, and that's happening all over the globe, both domestically and abroad. So it's not serving only the international travel. Yeah. I
Mhm.
think what is happening is the Gen Z and the millennials are also going abroad. So it also is useful when they're abroad. So our card is actually used more domestically than abroad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like you highlighted, I think the age bracket is more of Gen Zs. Can we say
Gen
that?
Zs and millennials. Yeah.
Millennials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'd say in the next 4 or 5 years, there's going to be more Gen Zs getting cards than millennials. So yeah,
That's for sure.
right now I would say it's a good mix of both, but over time it's going to be a lot more Gen Zs. Yeah. So
Got it, got it. And so can we talk a bit about Scapia experiences, right? That's
yeah,
the new
yeah,
product. Yeah. Can you tell me a bit about it? And then we can just get into the tech
yeah.
stack part of it.
Actually, it's a unique category, and as I was thinking about this category, what I realized is that see every other mode of travel, every other category that we have is a mode of transportation or where you stay. But why you travel is actually for this category where you want to experience something.
Mm-hmm.
So this category is about, um, let's say, tea tasting in Tokyo, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like doing dune bashing in Dubai, or I don't know, visiting,
So
Statue.
vineyard, tasting
Yeah, like,
wine, those kind of things.
Statue of Liberty or going to the vineyard
Yeah.
in Napa Valley, whatever it is, right? You want to experience various things. So this category is actually about travel from that
Okay.
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And we have built it in a very unique way, actually. See, mostly when you go look for some of these experiences, you have a lot of options and you don't
Yeah.
know what to see, how to pick the
True.
right experience, and what you need when you go there. And when we started working on this category about 4 or 5 months ago, we realized that actually through technology we can solve a lot of this stuff. So we've actually built this with some AI-led discovery where the customers can get some dynamic filters depending on what the category is. And typically in the past, over the last 10 years, people may have put a lot of these filters and all of this stuff manually for every category and every type of experience and all the stuff. But with the use of good technology now, we've been able to curate the selection. But AI and the technology still doesn't do a full perfect job. So we still do
Mm-hmm.
like a little bit of final touch and check at the end manually. But through AI-led discovery, then it makes uh, I would say the choice of some of these experience much more easy for the customer. And for every experience now, we have something called pro tips as to what would make the experience even better when you're getting there. What what kind of let's say uh, what should you wear before you go to the experience? Like if it's going to be raining at that time or when you're visiting, maybe we'll say just carry an umbrella, right? Uh, don't forget to take a camera for this kind of an experience because you'll see this kind of views. So I think even the ability to choose an experience, people need to decide a lot as to what they'll get out of this, what are the reviews, all of that stuff. So we have used a lot of technology there to be able to make the decision making to choose an experience easy. And also when they get there, how to enjoy the experience. So we're launching
Mm-hmm.
with more than 5,000 plus global experiences. And we're going to add more and more in the coming months. And yeah, covering the whole globe almost. And
Okay.
yeah, it's a category that I'm personally quite excited about. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting, Anil.
Yeah.
So for me to understand, so when you said that 5,000 plus that curated
Yeah.
from that, so
Yeah.
how is that data sourced? Like how do you do the cleaning
Yeah,
of
we work
it?
with various partners around the globe to be able to get this.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like stuff that you need around the globe, right? So we work with, for every category, we have partners. And that's how we make it come alive. And that's where we bring our supply strength and expertise into play. Yeah.
So these partners are, say, content providers, like for
Not
these.
content providers,
There is.
content. Yeah, they help us fulfill the experience for the customer. Yeah, so
Okay.
think of it as supply partners to be able to fulfill the experience, and yeah, we do it with whether it's bus operators in buses or being able to, like, we work with IRCTC, for example, directly for trains. So we
Okay.
work with various operators for various categories. Yeah.
Got it. And a lot of these stack is are you building it in-house or it's
Yeah.
basically integrating through third-party
No, no,
partners?
no, no. We build everything in
Okay.
house, like from our search, our catalog system to be able to check out, collect the payments, our order management system, our customer service CX platform, everything in-house. And from day one, we have invested in our entire stack for travel and even
Okay.
for the uh, customer on the credit card onboarding and everything, being able to work with the banks and put out a good platform. So we invest in a lot of technology to make sure that we can scale well. We build resilient systems and we build scalable systems, and we design it for the future and not for today's scale, but for tomorrow's scale. And we also invest in good upcoming technologies. For example, um, Flutter is something which is big now and getting bigger,
Mm-hmm.
even not fully there, but when we started the company in Jan 22, we were one of the first to adopt Flutter. And in fact, my engineering lead and my team decided for the first 2 months, we'll only learn Flutter before we write any piece of code uh,
Okay.
while we
Got
were
it.
deciding what to do. So, in fact,
Mm-hmm.
we were one of the first to adopt Rive as a technology to work with Flutter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, now we are going full steam on a lot of the AI. We have our own CX AI solution. We are doing, like, for example, RAG-based LLMs on hotel stays. Now for
Mm-hmm.
experiences, we are doing our own AI discovery platform. For our own cataloging, we are using AI in a big way. So we very serious about investing in good technology, building scalable platforms. We are not afraid of experimenting and failing. Sometimes, you have to be ahead of the curve, but you keep investing, you build new muscles, and those new muscles help you succeed in various ways. For example, we are investing in a user insights platform where
Okay.
we'll know that, I'm just giving as an example, like Vandana
Sure.
likes to try, always try, likes to fly with this airline,
Mm-hmm.
usually stays in these kind of properties, where she likes to usually travel with, let's say family when she goes to these kind of destinations, or when she goes to a business trip, she likes to go this way. So customers actually like that personalization and don't want to keep giving this information
Sure.
again and again and again, right? So there's a
Absolutely.
lot of intelligence that one can build with user consent and personalization and make their life a lot more easy. And with that, not only are we able to serve the customers better, but our business also will grow much more with that. So those kind of platforms is what we invest in, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
search, for example, used to be a very difficult topic where, like, only very large scale companies and platforms used to get search right. But now with AI and with LLMs and even like SLMs and all the stuff,
Yeah.
search is getting a bit easier. So we're investing in all that stuff. So a lot of senior engineers who get excited by these kind of problems, and we're investing in this to get better. Yeah. Yeah. Even
Got it.
security,
And
for example, sorry, just building on that.
sure, sure, Anil. Yeah.
Yeah, even security, for example, right? We are dealing with, financial services and, travel where there's a lot of data. So, well ahead of the curve. Like the first thing we did in the first few months, for example, we invested in our data platform where we put it in a vault where user PI information is secure from day one. And, we got ISO 27001 certificate with that, and then continue to invest in that. And we got PCI DSS and ISO 27701, where PI information in the company is not accessible to anybody unless someone has explicit approval to go pull that out for any reason. But most of the people inside don't even know who the customers are, what are their data, and all of that stuff. So keeps a
Okay.
lot of this stuff secure. So all of this actually doesn't happen on its own, requires deep platforms where one service talks to the other service in the platform to be able to pull it without any people knowing any of this, so that it's done in a good, secure manner. And We have a separate security team where we have, for example, trying to figure out if any system can be hacked, and making sure that we test for all of this stuff, and making sure that users' data and information is very, very safe. So we invest across the board. I'm giving you various flavors to show how
Sure, sure.
we we make
Absolutely.
sure that we invest across the board to give customers not only a really good experience but a trustworthy experience. Yeah, yeah.
Got it. And from a customer experience point, would you be employing agents or like AI chatbots to converse with the customers, right?
We are,
I
we
mean,
are
I'm sure
doing
you're
that
doing that.
already. We are doing that already. Like from the
Hmm.
customer service side, we are doing a bunch of these things. In fact, we are building our own travel booking agent, and putting that out in the hands of the users. But obviously, all of this is very nascent right now, and the world is learning.
Sure.
We are also learning, but we are
Absolutely. Got it.
rapidly learning and putting things out there. Some of this in pilot stages. I think uh, globally, no bot has scaled probably outside ChatGPT uh, in terms of making this happen. But all of us are collectively learning, and we're rapidly putting experiments out there, and we'll evolve from there. So we have a few good learnings where some things are working. At the same time, it's a difficult problem to crack because it's as much a design problem as a technology problem as to what will be the new interface with AI, and how will screens evolve. Will it be a chat interface versus a visual interface on some of these things? Where will that interface work? Where will a new
Hmm.
interface come up? So we are, yeah, we're working on that actively to figure out the right answer. I don't think the world also has an answer to this yet. Yeah.
But is there always a concern that, say, you give it to the hands of AI in terms of, say, hallucinations that can happen, especially in
Yeah.
the travel space where we've had
Yeah.
cases of
Yeah.
bots giving wrong information and then the
Yeah.
company being sued for it?
Yeah. See, I don't think they're concerns. I think they're just problems that you need to solve. I think that's how we look at it. I think all of these are solvable problems with the right people and the right minds working
Hmm.
on it. These are the kind of challenges actually our teams get very excited about.
Okay.
For example, on the CX side, we've been able to um, bring it to a good place where whenever the AI is answering, it's actually correct and accurate. Whenever it's not accurate, or the confidence is low, we are able to hand it over to the human. Yeah, so it's not an easy problem, but we've been able to uh, contain it and bring it to a place where whenever we are sure, only we are going to put AI on it. But whenever the AI is not sure, where we're not sure, we don't let the AI get into it. So it's a difficult problem. I'm not undermining the difficulty of the problem, but that's where the opportunity is. If it was very easy, then yeah, I mean,
Everyone would
it would have scaled probably at a different rate. Yeah,
correct.
we'll
So
see.
that's
I
it.
think
So
for the next 2, 3
yeah,
years, a lot of answers also will emerge on some of these things. Yeah,
got
yeah.
it. So just a follow-up question to that. So what remains as a big challenge for you even now? Is it on the build stage or is it on the scaling stage? Or
I
like
think the
what is
next
it
few
in
years,
general?
I think the next few years is all about scaling, scaling, scaling. So a lot of scalable systems, platforms, being able to work on all of this stuff with, continuing to build on resilience, and with resilience, and I would say scalability is going to be what we're going to do. I think, yeah, like, I mean, we're just hiring engineers who have dealt with all of this scale, and I would say built all of these platforms with high resilience, security, right architecture, all of that stuff. So we want to continue investing in all of this stuff. Obviously, we have to balance that with good products and putting good value out in the hands of consumers. So while building and innovating on some new products, we'll have to continue. So we don't think of it as what first stage is build, second stage is grow and
Okay.
scale. Then you start saturating, and then you're not innovating, right? Because then you're just scaling what was built earlier. So while we are scaling some of the products that we are building, which we already built, we'll continue to build some new things so that the customers also have new things. So then new customers will experience everything together, but the customers who have acquired will see some things new. So it's rapid iterations with all of this stuff happening together. Yeah.
Correct. So is it safe to say, like, say from my understanding, from what I have read, and I mean, are you trying to build a travel platform as a whole? Like,
Yes,
say right now,
yes,
yesterday, I think you launched Scapia Store, right,
correct.
where you
Yeah.
can buy essentials. Now you're having
Yeah.
Scapia experiences.
Yeah. So we
So,
have a built
so,
travel platform. Yes. Yeah.
again, so on the competitor edge, you'd be say, I mean, you have players like MMT, Make My Trip, Agoda, where they are also
Yeah.
positioning themselves in that. So that would be a competitor for you
See,
in a way.
again,
I know you're
different
not
people
looking
building.
at them as
Yeah, like say
competition,
different
of
people are
course. I
building
know.
different things. I'm not sure. Some of them have the breadth
Hmm.
of our categories. For example, we have a travel store for people to be trip ready for a. I don't think some of the players that you're mentioning have some of the stuff. So,
Yeah, not
uh,
all of it. Yeah, correct.
like, see, our focus is on the customer, the traveler, what do they need for their travel, and then building for all of their needs. Um, Different parts of a business, different people may compete with us on these, but yeah, but we are like for visas, there are some players who are building for visas. Some people are building for the card space. Some of them are building for some of these categories of travel. We might compete with some of the e-commerce players on the travel store that we have. Uh, but yeah, I don't look at it like that. I look at it as to who's the customer, what do they need, and then keep building for the customer across each of these lines of business. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So if you had to just sum it up, like what is your vision in the next 5 years? Where do you want Scapia to be?
See, I think the number of travelers and who's coming to get cards and travel are just going to grow in a massive way over the next 5 years. We are here to serve them, and we want them to have our products and form delightful memories and enjoy new experiences. And I would say learn new cultures, and I would say lead a richer life with all of this stuff, right? The word rich has various puns, but I think that's, and through all of this stuff, we want to make, give, yeah, give them a very good, enjoyable experience, but make the world a better place. So that's what we are after. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Anil. This has been very insightful.
Yeah,
Quite a
thank you.
fun
Thank you for
conversation.
having me on this, and it was lovely interacting with you as well.
As travel gets more digital and discovery gets more intelligent, the question isn't whether AI can plan the perfect trip. It's whether we still can. India's travel tech is moving fast, but what we choose to build and why will define how we experience the world next. That's all we have on this episode of Point Break. I'm Vandana Nair, and I will be back with more such interesting discussions and insights. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious, and think AI, think AIM.